Welcome to the Daily Jump, and today is day 40. When I first started this journey, or this initiative, whichever way you want to call it, the commitment was for 40 days, because 40 days is what it takes for a change to happen in our nervous system. Well, when I started off, I thought this initiative was in service of you. And here I am at 40 days, and I find that instead, this was a proposal that I had made myself to change my own nervous system. Doing a video a day, trying to line up interviews of fresh, beautiful souls every day is quite an undertaking. And I was committed that I would not go to sleep until I had put to bed another episode of the Daily Jump. It has been my delight every day to explore and have conversations with those beautiful people who made some time to speak with me and were brave enough to agree to have their voices heard in this venue. So my first and foremost words go in thanks to my guests. Thank you for taking the time and for sharing the best part of you, or at least what I see as the best part of you. I am most grateful. To those of you who've listened along, I also want to thank you, because in some way or another, just by showing up and listening, you are connected and have contributed to this initiative. So I want to thank you as well. It's been quite a journey, and one that I've spent some time thinking on as this has come to a close. Over the last 40 days, there's been 4 overarching themes that we've explored. We started off with stay positive no matter what. And as I found people reflecting on those opportunities that they found in this unusual situation they found themselves in, I found that a lot of them were being very creative, whether they were business owners, whether they were parents, whether they were healers. They were all showing up in very creative ways to retool themselves so that they could continue to share their gifts under some very unusual and unique constructs and limitations. That showing up and being creative meant they had to tap into their most unlimited selves in order to be of service, in order to have their gifts applicable to the current situation. As part of delving into Be Creative, we started to speak to artists and mystics. I started to ask people their advice to others at this time. And one of the most common pieces of advice people shared or offered was stay calm. So then I turned to some mystics and I said, what does it mean to stay calm? And I got some beautiful answers and some unexpected answers as well. Out of that then came the final theme, that of taking stock. After being in this sort of retreat that we're in, because our lives have been reduced down to, maybe not less busyness, but less activities on our plate. So I think in some shape or form, all of us are in retreat. And that's something that I reflected partway through. I thought that I was more busy, but then I realized so much of where I put my attention had indeed been cut out, and that there was definitely a simplifying happening. So at the 30-day mark, I started to ask people to take stock and think about and share what are those things that you've noticed in your life that are obsolete, that when we start to come out of this, you don't want to keep anymore. And what are those things that out of your resourcefulness, your creativity, out of having time, stillness, silence, you've started to do that you don't want to lose when we start to come out of this. These are things that I think are great gifts for us to see and know and feel and understand and to take forward. Bring these truths that you have inside of you to light and to bear. I've also been very, very interested throughout all of this in what things people are drawn to create this time, especially those people who are perhaps creating something that they've dreamed of for a long time, but have never had the space or the time to put effort into. Because I think that's really what this time is calling us towards, is what is the new earth we want to create, and why not start now? So perhaps that's the invitation I am leaving you with. And again, as much an invitation to myself as it is to you. Thank you so much for being with me on this journey. Well, this is the end of the 40-day initiative. It is also the beginning of many other initiatives, all part, in a way, or born out of the Daily Jump. You'll continue to see posts here. You'll see some series. And if you haven't had an opportunity to listen to all 40 of my videos, they are all on a new platform, which I will give you that link to. And it's a little bit easier to navigate through than on Facebook. So I give you my deepest, deepest, deepest thanks for being here with me and keeping me company, keeping my heart company, giving me inspiration and joy. I am grateful for each of you, and I look forward to more adventures with you on the Daily Jump.
And there's a story that starts